All right, great. All right. So now we're recording. Okay. So again, I'm Julie Danskin, and I'm Executive Senior Sales Director with Mary Kay. And to tell you just a little bit about what we're going to do, first of all, we're going to celebrate Mary Kay's birthday. And that's one of the most important things about this evening is celebrating Mary Kay and what she has done for millions of people around the globe now. And I want to share just a little bit about her, what's unique, what's special. And so many people's lives were changed over the years, and so many people would want to thank Mary Kay. And her answer always was, pass it on. And so in honor of her birthday today, I am going to pass it on. I'm going to share some stories of Mary Kay and how her ideas, her principles, and her company influenced my life and changed women's lives. I'm going to share a little bit about our company. I'm going to share a little bit about the options. If you're someone who's looking at Mary Kay as something that you might be interested in for extra income, or maybe a change in your profile as far as your career goes, or maybe you're just looking at being an entrepreneur and what would be involved in doing that. And so I'm going to talk about all those things. And then I am going to share a little bit about how I started my business, because I've had several of the questions had to do with how do you build a customer base, and how do you get outside of friends and family, and what does Mary Kay do to help you jumpstart your business, and how do you overcome being a very shy person who's not confident in doing something like this. So I'm going to share stories of my career and how I overcame some of those things, okay? And then when we get to the end, I'm just really interested in your feedback. And so as I go along, I hope you've got paper and pencil, you can take some notes, and then you maybe have a question at the end. And so for those of you that have more questions, you want to stay on longer, I'll make sure that I answer some of those questions for you, all right? But in our 30-minute time period, I am going to get to the end at 30 minutes. And I'm going to be interested in your feedback. And you can give feedback by giving us what I call a scale of 1 to 10. All right. As I go through the information, I want you just to pay attention to your heart. What does your heart say about this? Don't go so much into your head. Your head is a dangerous place, and that's where a lot of fear and self-doubt resides. The best decisions and the best directions we get in our life always are going to come from our heart. So I want you to pay attention to how your heart feels tonight as I talk and tell about some of these stories. And when we get down to the end, I want you to ask yourself, what does my heart say about this? And a scale of 1 to 10 would be 1, I would never do this. I would rather eat grass. No way. Okay. I absolutely would not. However, I have a good friend, or I have someone I know who I think would really enjoy this, really needs this, and would be great at it. And I'm going to refer that person to my beauty consultant, and your beauty consultant's going to have a lovely gift for you for that referral. And you're going to have the great, wonderful thing that you changed somebody else's life. All right. So that's 1. 10 is, I really enjoyed what I heard. My heart is telling me this is a great direction for me. I'm not sure how I'm going to make it all work, but I know I can make a simple, quick decision tonight to take a new step in my life and begin something new that's going to be a very small investment, all right? And just so you know, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you the only thing Mary Kay requires for you to start and be a part of our wonderful company and all the beautiful things that I'm going to talk about, the only thing Mary Kay ever asks is that you order your starter kit. You submit your beauty consultant agreement, okay? And your beauty consultant agreement, you're ordering your starter kit, which, whoops, I don't know where that came from. Your starter kit, which will be all the tools that you would really need to do this business, all right? And then there's another option through the end of May that gives you the opportunity to start your Mary Kay business just with virtual. And that is what we call an e-start. So your starter kit is only $100. And so there's $400 worth of Mary Kay in the starter kit, all right? And I want you to know that it's an amazing thing that you could start an adventure like this for 100. All right. So that's the one investment Mary Kay would require. In May, you can choose to do a virtual business and do what's called an e-start. And that only costs you 30. That does not give you any product or any samples, but it gives you an opportunity to begin selling virtually. So I want you to know that up front, that this is not a big decision. All right. This is a decision at the most tonight would be $100 decision. So at the end, what I'm interested in is your honest feedback. You know, 1, no way, I would never do this. 10, I blew $100 shopping online last night for a bunch of stuff I really didn't need. It was a little retail therapy, and it really didn't change my life. I could make a $100 decision to start a new direction in my life for some more options in my life. So that's going to be at the end. So I'm interested in your honest opinion, scale of 1 to 10. And when you give your feedback at the end, maybe some of you know, but I'm going to be sending out a free eyeshadow to everyone who's with us tonight. And it's not just your average eyeshadow. It's one of Mary Kay's new 12-hour wear Chroma Fusion eyeshadows that are, our eyeshadows now comes from this special matrix, which means has no fallout. And you will have 12 hours of wear through weather, work, whatever. I actually sat in a hot tub for 2 hours and my eyeshadow was still on. So, and I'm actually going to be sending you moss. And I actually wore that color tonight so that you can all see that. So just for giving your feedback, you're going to get a free eyeshadow sent to you. And that's why I asked for your address in the registration. So I'll be sending that out to you. So let's get started. Let's talk a little bit about what our agenda is. First, I'm going to share how I started my business and a little bit about what that decision meant for my family. Then I'm going to really talk about what are the business options in Mary Kay. What are different ways you can make money? What are different ways you can look at it? All right. And then I'll spend a little time at the end to ask for your feedback. And then those that have questions can stay on a little bit longer and I'll answer some of those questions. All right. So again, my name is Julie Danskin, and I actually have been building my business from Woodbury, Minnesota since 1983. All right. And for some of you, that was the dark ages. All right. So yes, in 1983, I began my Mary Kay business with really a dream in my heart. All right. What was going on? How many of you have ever been in a place in your life where you said to yourself, I don't want the next 5 years to be the same as the last 5 years, okay? And I think the current pandemic and the situation that has confronted all of us has made us all really think about where our lives are at, what opportunities are in our lives, what options do we have in our lives, and many of us have realized the need to maybe make some new decisions. And my prayer tonight is that not only do we celebrate Mary Kay's amazing vision, in addition, my prayer is that you find some blessing in what I have to share for you and that you are able to take advantage of many of the things that I'm going to talk about, okay? So what was happening, actually, let's talk first about Mary Kay Ash. Here's a gorgeous photo of Mary Kay Ash in her autobiography called Miracles Happen. And for those of you that don't know, in 1963, after a lifetime of working in a man's world as a single mom of 3, sole support of a family, and continuously talking about being told that you're thinking like a woman, which were code words for you're stupid, and being paid half of what men were being paid. And after yet another man was promoted above her that she had trained, Mary Kay decided that she retired under protest. And what was it she was upset about? She was upset about the fact that there was no opportunity for women. There was always a limit. There was always a ceiling. And so she just became fed up. And she had the courage in 1963 to take her life savings, every dime she had in the middle of her life, and 9 girlfriends to begin this company for one purpose. And that was to give women opportunities she felt she'd been denied. And she founded this company on principles that she felt were dear to women. And that was, first of all, that no woman was going to compromise her values to be successful in a career. And so she felt what worked for her was having the priorities, having her faith first, her family second, and her career third. And then she wanted to have a company based in the golden rule, treating other people the way that she wanted to be treated. And she wanted everything to be, that was to be the founding principle of that. And then, of course, she wanted open-ended opportunity without any ceilings, that a person could do whatever they were smart enough to do without any limitations. Well, all those things were not something that was being talked about in the business world in 1963, I can tell you. And I think today, even today, you're not hearing a lot of businesses talk about faith, family, career, and the golden rule. Well, that was in 1963. And from that small beginning of those 9 women, Mary Kay now is a top 5 global brand in over 40 countries around the world. Today, Mary Kay has over 1,500 patents on product technology and packaging. Mary Kay is looked to as the Cadillac of the direct selling industry. I think more than that, though, I think you think about how many direct selling companies have come and gone, thousands since 1963. Today, Mary Kay is stronger than ever, doing amazing things ever, all right? And I'll give you just a couple of quick examples. First of all, I think what's exciting is that Mary Kay is known as the greatest female entrepreneur in American history. And that's in a whole series at the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C., all right? She, of course, is written up and profiled in the Forbes greatest business stories of all time in American business. She's in the whole exhibit, the 25 most influential business people in America today. Of course, she's a winner of the Distinguished Horatio Alger Award. I mean, the awards go on and on and on, all right? And I think it's amazing that she's been gone since 2000. She passed away Thanksgiving 2000. And many companies, when the founder goes, the company goes too. We have continued to have double-digit growth through all of these things that have been going on. When 9/11 happened, when the recession happened, and now when we're having our situation right now, our company is stronger than ever. And virtual business in Mary Kay is flying high. One of the great opportunities for creating an option of income virtually from your home right now with tools and a turnkey business that you will not have to be designing websites and designing all these different things. The tools are there for you and provided for you free as part of your Mary Kay career, really. And that's one of the great options about our business. And of course, today, Mary Kay is known as one of the greatest entrepreneurial enterprises, but also one of the greatest philanthropic companies. Our company today has given over $57 million for domestic violence shelters around the world, all right? And of course, research for cancers that affect women. And just recently, it was published that Mary Kay, the company, has donated over $10 million to the effort to alleviate all the damage and all the things that are happening because of the pandemic that we're experiencing right now. So you can be so proud to be associated with a company who doesn't just talk about the golden rule and faith, family, career. That is the culture and the bedrock of our company. And it is, I think, important for you to know that Mary Kay is a privately owned company by the Mary Kay family and is debt-free. And so we are not traded on the stock market. We're not a hedge fund. We're none of those things. Mary Kay's sole purpose of this company is enriching women's lives, providing an opportunity that is unlimited to build your career, all right, and also creating a company that builds confidence and self-esteem, all right, and a product that is bar none. That you can pay a lot more, but you will not find better in the cosmetic industry. And part of that is that we are one of the few, if only, cosmetic companies in the world that does our own research and development, our own manufacturing of all of our own products. And Mary Kay literally puts in millions of dollars every year into the research and development, the quality control, the safety. We don't just meet FDA standards, we meet European standards in addition, and we are an internationally top 5 global brand. And as I said, Mary Kay has over 1,500 patents, worldwide patents, on our product technology and our packaging. So that's just a little thumbnail about our company. So what was going on for Julie Danskin in 1983? Mary Kay founded her company in 1963. In 1983, I was a new mom. Right? I'd had a great career as a registered dietitian, a long list of degrees to go with it, loved what I did. At the time, I was president of the Minnesota Dietetic Association. And as I said earlier, I woke up and said to myself, I don't want the next 5 years to be the same as the last 5 years, because I'd hit the top of the income scale. It was never going to change. I could maybe change jobs or things, but I was always going to get paid what that job was worth, not what I was worth. And I was very restless. I was looking for something that would give me so much more balance. Now I have to show you girls a picture. And I guess we have a guy on tonight too, which is great. All right. And I understand that he's a makeup artist. So this is great that he's on tonight. So this is me in 1983. And you may notice there's no makeup. That's because I wore no makeup and I knew not a thing about it. All right. You can also see I was pretty busy. I had essentially 2 jobs. My husband, John, had a very demanding corporate job at the time. And I had, this going on. And a small child and every week I was writing this huge check out to the daycare. And I felt like I had about 13 cents left at the end of the week after all the expenses of going to work. And then I looked ahead and thought, I'm never going to get paid more doing this job. It's over. All right. So I was looking for something. So what happened? I had a girlfriend that started her Mary Kay business. We worked together. She started coming to work looking absolutely beautiful, talking about how much fun she was having, all these great women she was working with, the great money she was making. One day she came to work, she had this gorgeous ring on she'd won from Mary Kay. I was like, wow, nobody was giving me rings. All right. And so when she said to me, Julie, I'd love to tell you a little bit more about it, I was like, sure. So in 1983, pink Cadillacs were the color of Pepto-Bismol. They filled up the entire driveway and they had fins. So I want you to imagine this ginormous pink Cadillac floated up my driveway. This gorgeous woman got out, sat at my kitchen table, went through all this information about Mary Kay. I don't remember a word she said. I just remember thinking to myself, someday when I grow up, I'd love to be you. Why was that? Because she was so confident and so put together. And I could not believe the money she was making working out of her home. And then she said to me, I asked her, how long, what did you do prior to Mary Kay? Well, she was a stay-at-home mom. She didn't have a college degree. She had just started this very spare time. And now she was making about 3 times more money than I was making as a corporate woman with several college degrees. All right. So that really opened my eyes. But when she thought I should get started, I thought, well, no, I have 2 jobs, an 18-month-old baby. My relatives live out of state. My friends are a bunch of dietitians who wear no makeup. I don't know where I'm going to find a customer. I don't wear any makeup. My husband's like, you're going to do what? When are you going to find time to do that? And so she drove off into the sunset, and you're probably wondering, well, what happened, Julie? Well, 1983 was the 20th anniversary of Mary Kay. And that year, Mary Kay published her autobiography, Miracles Happen. My girlfriend sent me the book. And I always remember reading the first paragraph, which I'm going to read to you right now. There are 4 kinds of people in the world. Those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, those who wonder what happened, and those who don't know anything happened. From a very early age, I wanted to be the first on that list. I remember reading that and thinking to myself, so do I. I want to be a person who makes things happen. And in my corporate environment, I could not do that because somebody else was always controlling my time, my income, and my everything. All right. And so that hooked me immediately. And shortly thereafter, I called my beauty consultant and ordered my starter kit. Didn't have a clue I was going to find the time or anything, but I knew that they had education, free education. And I thought, you know what? It's lipstick. It can't be that hard. And if they teach me how to meet customers, they teach me how to really build a business, what have I got to lose? And so I started, but there was no quotas. So I thought I can do a little bit. I can sprinkle a little bit every week. Maybe I could only do 2 hours a week, and that's about how much time I had. All right. But within a few months, I was having so much fun. And I could not believe the money I was making in the little time I put into this. And within 6 months of starting my Mary Kay business, I quit my job, much to the surprise of all my dietitian friends, all right, quit my job and decided that I was going to pursue this as a business. Now, at the time, it was a part-time business, all right? However, I wanted to bring home a full-time income working part-time. I knew I could do it because I saw how much money I was making spare time doing it. So at that point, in 6 months into my business, I started holding 3 parties a week. Shortly thereafter, within a few months, I'd earned the first of 24 cars that I've earned from Mary Kay. And I can tell you that when I brought home a car that Mary Kay was paying for, and 85% of the insurance and the license and tabs, all right, then my husband said, whoa, maybe we really could make some money out of this, all right? And as they say, the rest is history. And shortly thereafter, a few years went by, my husband was offered an early out of the corporate world. Whoops, I just lost my earring, you guys. Hold on a second, I can't do this with one earring. I get excited. But what I wanted to say is my husband was offered an early out of the corporate world within just a few years of me starting my Mary Kay business. And by then I had developed an income that I was making as much or more than he was. And he was a top earner at a top Fortune 100 corporation, all right? And it was so great at that point in our career for me to be able to give him that option, because at that point, he was really fed up with the corporate career and he wanted other options. And so to make a long story short, in this 37 years of me building this business, I've done this with babies, all right? My daughter Emma was born the same month the second car was delivered. And I should show you a picture of that. All right, here's our son Eric and my daughter Emma, all right? And now they, of course, both are married with parents and successful entrepreneurs in their own right, all right? And now I'm a grandma, all right? And of course, all those years that I was building my business, they learned to drive in pink Cadillacs. I would put them on the bus in the morning. I was home when they got home. And I really lived the faith family career during those years. And then, of course, built a business that allowed my husband to lead that full-time corporate job. And he actually retired at 51, and he's been home for 18 years now, all right? And it's been absolutely amazing to think that you can build a business that it started out spare time, that then it becomes the point of which that you support your family. And then, of course, I'm really proud of the fact that we did all the things. We educated our kids. Our kids graduated from college with no school debt. We built the Mary Kay Dream Home, which I'm sitting in right here today. All those things happened. And of course, part of that story is all the women that I worked with over the years, all the different women that I developed. And, you know, women that were college students earned 2 cars while she was in college, top corporate sales women, women from different corporation backgrounds and stay-at-home moms. And actually, this person actually is a physician, all right? And this is actually the BMW that she won for Mary Kay. So over the years, I've developed and trained lots of women to do this business. And one of my biggest passion is passing on exactly what I learned from Mary Kay, because I was trained by Mary Kay. Here I am at Mary Kay's home as a brand new sales director. Here, my husband and I are with Mary Kay in her home. when I had a big achievement in my business and we were invited to her home for the royalty reception. So a lot of the things that I do today, is really my vision is passing on what I learned from Mary Kay in how do you build a business and keep your faith, family, career, and create an executive income that you can create whatever it is you want with your business, all right? So let's talk about some of the ways that you earn money, all right? Well, actually, let's talk about some of the qualities of people that are successful in Mary Kay. I think these are things to be thinking about. The first one is people that are busy. Why are people that are busy good in Mary Kay? Because people that are busy are good at prioritizing their time. They're good at working out of their home and being an entrepreneur. I think lots of times people that don't have a lot of things going on in their lives, they're not very ambitious, they're not able to organize their time. So I look for people that are busy because oftentimes they're great as an entrepreneur. I look for people that don't necessarily know a lot of people because you're not going to build a business with friends and family, all right? With your Mary Kay education, once you get started with your starter kit, you're given a step-by-step recipe of how to build real business with real customers. And I want you to think about, even if you were today to make a list of people you know of who have skin, and maybe you came up with a list of 30, 50 people, all right? Actually, the average wedding invitation list is 200 people. So you might be surprised how many people you could come up with. However, the important point is every name you write down on a list like that, each of those people knows 100 people you don't know. Your Mary Kay education is designed to teach you how to meet those people, real customers, not just friends and family. So I look for people that are maybe don't know a lot of people, but they're willing to learn, all right? Third quality that is really important that we look for is not the sales type, which sounds really interesting. However, I want you to think about the fact that success in our business is about a lifetime relationship. We work with a product that goes down the drain every night. And of course, one of our most famous products, top selling products, is our Mary Kay Miracle Set, all right? Our core skincare program. Well, women use this for years and it goes down the drain every night, all right? Well, I want you to think about getting paid over and over and over again for the work you do. And that's really about that relationship. So being a super salesperson is not nearly as important as the ability to develop good relationships, all right? Why is, again, I'll tell a story. When my son was in daycare, you know, he's 3 years old, his daycare teacher came over and found out that I was a Mary Kay beauty consultant. She loved Mary Kay. She came over and bought everything, ordered $100 a month for me every month. My son is 39 years old and she still orders $100 every month from me. In fact, when we had our lockdown in Minnesota here with the pandemic, she was one of the first to call me and say, Julie, can I get my Mary Kay? I don't want to be without my Mary Kay. And so that tells you about lifetime customer, all right? And so that's far more important, is that ability to develop relationships. The fourth quality we look for is people that appreciate financial independence. Sometimes it's people that have more month than money, but I look for people that have financial goals. And there may be people that want to live debt-free. They want an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, or they may be somebody that's looking for some big money, all right, which is very available in Mary Kay too. But we look for people who have financial goals and want to think of this as a business, all right? The next quality I look for are people that are family oriented. They are people that live the idea of faith first, family second, career third. They don't want to just be working all the time. And that fits into the core values of Mary Kay. And then, of course, I look for people that are decision makers. They when they see a good option for themselves, they can act on it. They're not people who wait, are someday people. Someday when life is perfect and the moon is in the right phase and everything's perfect, they're going to make a positive change in their lives. I look for women who are, and people that are happy with their lives right now, but they want something more, okay? So those are the qualities. So busy, don't know a lot of people, not the sales type, maybe more month than money, family oriented, and a decision maker, happy with your life, but want something more. If you've got at least 3 of those qualities, that might be something that you want to take a very serious look at Mary Kay, all right? So let's talk about how do you make money in Mary Kay. Well, there are multiple ways to make money in Mary Kay. And I've always loved that because each of you will have your own lifestyle. Each of you have your own talents and abilities and gifts. One of the wonderful things about your Mary Kay is that because there's so many different streams of income, that you can create your business the way you want to fit into your lifestyle and also use your natural talents and abilities, all right? So let me talk about some of those ways that you make money. There are three basic important ones. First is marketing the product, all right? Marketing the product. And in Mary Kay, we are not a multi-level or a network marketing company. We are dual marketing. What that means is that you are an independent contractor. You purchase your products directly from Mary Kay at wholesale. Mary Kay ships it directly to your door or to your customer, and you buy it wholesale, you sell it retail, and no one ever makes a cut off of you. You make a full 50% of everything you sell. And I want you to know at this point in our economy, there are a lot of things people are doing without, but I can tell you what, women will not, they will put up with being broke, but they will not put up with being ugly, okay? Because you will find, even in the heart of the Depression, alcohol, cigarettes, and cosmetics, all right? It is a recession-proof product. And on top of that, once you develop that customer relationship, that you are the beauty consultant. They have a personal relationship with you. So not only do you have a product that people are very loyal to, and there's a lot of market research to support that. We have name brand recognition of Starbucks and Apple. People know what Mary Kay is, and they know it's a good product, all right? And we're a prestige quality product, all right? Anything similar quality to Mary Kay would not be what you would find at the discount store, you know, Walmart or those places. Anything similar quality to Mary Kay is going to be at a very fine salon or a, you know, fine cosmetic counter, none of which are open right now, all right? But you are open, okay? And we're able to give this very high quality, prestige quality product at a price that people can afford because we have direct marketing. We're right from the company to you, the beauty consultant, to the customer. So there's not all these middlemen making different cuts. So we're able to give an incredible quality product. For example, our new Time-Wise liquid foundation, which is weightless 12-hour wear foundation. It retails for $25. Anything similar quality that would have the same quality of pigments and things in it would be well over $50 at the cosmetic counter. But I can promise you, I've met with so many women over the years that have all those foundations, high quality, great foundations that they got at the counter. They probably have 3 or 4 of them, none of which match their skin, all right? Why is that? Because you can give a perfect match in light that she lives at home, all right? And she can test that product on her face before she invests, get 100% unconditional satisfaction guarantee on our products, which really builds a lot of customer loyalty. All those reasons women and people in general love Mary Kay, because most often people are wandering around in aisles, you know, maybe right now they're clicking online trying to figure out what to get. It's a totally different experience than sitting down with your beauty consultant, trying samples on your product, doing a virtual makeover, which is what we're doing right now with samples, and so that women can actually try the product on their face and test it before they purchase, all right? So a full 50% discount. So marketing the product through parties and facials, which we're doing virtually now, all right? Also, some people are doing sort of QVC and doing videos where they're showing product online and people are buying that way. And again, our customers love the fact that they get 100% satisfaction guarantee on our products, all right? And I'm finding that consultants right now, I'm just speaking from this last weekend, Samantha Brown, who's on with us tonight, she had a party that was $1,000, all right? So she spent a couple hours, she made 50% of that in one party. Dorothy Inez had an amazing party last week was over $500. It took her less than an hour or so, and she had she made half of that at one party, half of $500. So it's a full 50% discount. And then, as I said, the product goes down the drain every night, and people need to reorder it. So what was I doing today? I don't know about you guys, but I'm so excited to go do an errand today because I'm so excited to get out of the house. So I, of course, my one big errand today, other than to go see my grandson, was I dropped off an order to a longtime customer who's been with me more than 20 years, $300 order at her doorstep. That took me about 15 minutes to put together and 15 minutes to drop off, all right? And there was $150 profit, just like that, all right? By the way, that order was online. I dropped it off, but I could have direct shipped it from the company. But you see, it's a full 50% discount. So parties, facials, reorder business, your Mary Kay personal website, all those different ways that you market the product, you make a full 50% discount. And think about that with a product that goes down the drain every night, okay? So that's product marketing. And then the second way you build income is through team building. And I want you, all of you on our call tonight, to think about how often have you, maybe many of you have trained somebody else in on how to do a job. I bet a lot of you have. Have you ever been paid a bonus for doing that? Probably not. Well, as a Mary Kay beauty consultant, Mary Kay gives you the privilege of building our company. Mary Kay started out with 9 women, and she hand selected those people. And she's never run ads for beauty consultants. We've never done that. Mary Kay wanted people hand selected that would run their business by the golden rule, would do things in an ethical way. And so she turned the ability to build this company over to you as the beauty consultant, that you get to hand select as you're meeting your customers. Who are the people that you really love the product, that you really like being around? Who are business partners that you would just love to do business with? Well, those are the people that you bring into the company, onto your team. And every time you enjoy the benefits of having someone join your team, you've got a buddy to be in business with, which is team building is so fun because we build each other up, we share ideas, we encourage each other. That's a lot of the success in Mary Kay, is all these masterminds working together, all right? So that's a big part of team building, but also you earn a $50 bonus every time you add a qualified team member, and then you add 4 to 13% every month as long as you're both in the company forever. And I can remember as a new beauty consultant, my first team member, she joined in my first month, all right? And she was another registered dietitian who I never thought she'd be interested at all, but she was excited about what I was doing, so she wanted to start her business. My first commission check was $11, and my director was very excited. I was like, big deal. And then she said to me, Julie, as you mentor and help other people, write 3 zeros behind that, because that is what's going to happen. And that is exactly what happened, all right? My highest commission check in 1 month has been over $17,000 in 1 month. And as I talk a little bit about areas of income in Mary Kay, I'm going to show you a commission check so you get an idea of how this works. But team building is bonuses, $50 bonuses, and 4 to 13% every month, depending on how many team members you have and, and how much you're doing your business, okay? So 50% of all your product marketing, team building, 4 to 13%. And then another little bonus with that is that when you have 16 team members and you meet some production requirements, Mary Kay awards you a car. And here's some of the cars from Mary Kay with our career car program. The first one is the Chevy Malibu, fully loaded, all right? And I want you to think about what would it mean to you to drive around in a car that someone else is paying for, 85% of the insurance, license and tabs, everything. And this is, if you don't want the car, Mary Kay, you can take a cash option, and that cash option for the Malibu is $425 a month. And then as you build your business, the car gets more luxurious. And as I mentioned earlier, I've earned 24 cars. So I haven't made car payments for well over 30 years. And I've actually earned 14 pink Cadillacs. Today, at my stage of life, I take the cash, which is $900 a month. And then you can get whatever car you want, all right? So it is exciting to be driving around a pink Cadillac, though I can tell you what, there's nothing more exciting. So I want you to think about, in your career opportunity right now, are they giving away cars? Something to think about, all right? There are thousands of people driving Mary Kay career cars, not just a few. And I think that's an exciting benefit of our company. So that career car program, that's part of your team building. Then the third way you make money is leadership. And that is building your team big enough that you develop yourself to Mary Kay sales director. And as a sales director, you're the person who's the coach and the teacher and developing all the new beauty consultants so that they have someone to go to get that business education support. And for you as a new beauty consultant, I want you to think about this. How often have you started a new job where you got no training? It was like, good luck, hope you do well, all right? How would you feel about being in business for yourself, but not by yourself? And having someone who's had over 37 years of building this business, you know, paid the bills, built houses, educated kids, created financial independence for this opportunity. How would you like to have access to that kind of mentorship and education? Well, when you order your Mary Kay Starter Kit, that's exactly what you're getting. Not only over 57 years of experience and education in Mary Kay comes to you, that's just part of you being in the company, all right? So leadership in Mary Kay is really exciting because as a Mary Kay independent sales director, you now have the ability to not only make a difference within your business, but make a difference for lots of other people, all right? And I thought I would show you a commission check just so you get an idea of some of these things I'm talking about. Then I'm going to come back and answer some of the questions that some of the people attending have, all right? So this actually is a commission check that was for about a year ago. And I don't know if you can see, but it's over $14,353 for the month, all right? It was the month of September. And here's all the different ways that that money came. Those are all the different areas of income. This $5,000 was my unit sales director. This was my unit development bonus. This was my offspring bonuses, you know, all on and on. So this is all the different commissions and bonuses. Here, this $900 is the cash compensation for the pink Cadillac. This over $2,000 was the profit on my sales of the product that month. And then this was the total of my income for the month, which was over $18,000 for the month, all right, with all the areas of income: product marketing, team building, and leadership, all right? Why do I show you this particular one? Because this is an important point I want to make, all right? This particular month that I earned $18,000, I actually was in the hospital a good portion of it, all right? I had to have surgery. I was not in very good health at the time, all right? And my point about this is that Mary Kay, I still earned $18,000 that month in my from my Mary Kay career. Now, with the pandemic, I'm still earning income. I'm still able to do my business virtually very well, all right? I want to ask you about your job environment, your career opportunity. Are you able to make this kind of money when the bottom falls out? We are doing that in Mary Kay right now. And that might be an important point for you thinking whether this might be an option for you. Even if all you want is extra, maybe you want an extra $500 a month right now. Very easily done in Mary Kay, very easily done. The question though is, what path are you on, all right? And when I made this decision in 1983, I was scared to death. I wore no makeup. I didn't know where I was going to find the time. I didn't know where I was going to find a customer. But I thought, you know what? I'm willing to learn. And I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And if you're one of those people here today, I want to encourage you, order your starter kit. because just the very fact that you order your starter kit and you get started today, you're going to put yourself on a new path. The day is going to come with consistency of building your business when you're going to see this kind of money coming from your Mary Kay business. And I am not alone. I am surely not the highest paid woman in Mary Kay. Many women have made far more than I've had. And there are many, many people that are making this kind of money in Mary Kay. All right. And so I brought it up because I thought it was a great example of having an income that nobody can lay you off, that you can increase your income overnight, that if you need to take time off, you can still have money coming in. All right. All those reasons why a Mary Kay opportunity is a great option at this current time. All right. So we've talked about ways of making money: marketing the product, team building, leadership, and the CAR program. Okay, let's talk about some of the concerns that people have. First of all, many people don't feel like they're a quote salesperson. As I already talked about, you know, if I gave you a step-by-step recipe and I held your hand and I taught you step-by-step how to do this, you could learn. All right. And so Mary Kay is more about developing relationships than it is about being a salesperson. All right. And as far as being shy, the greatest gift you give yourself being a part of Mary Kay is the personal growth and development that you gain because of all the education and being around such positive, successful people that build you up over, and you just transform overnight. You really do. And so to me, those are reasons why you'd want to start a Mary Kay business. And then as far as building a customer base, that was one of the biggest things that I was concerned about. And what I'm excited about, the fact that when you just make a list of even 10 people that might be willing to allow you to practice as a brand new beauty consultant, each of those people knows people that you don't know. In your Mary Kay education, we give you the scripts. We give you the step-by-step education. And it is a tested recipe of over 56 years of building this Mary Kay business. So really, as far as learning how to build a customer base, the answer to that is, am I willing to learn? Am I willing to work? All right. And then how does Mary Kay help you jumpstart your business? Well, one of the best things you do is you get your starter kit. You get all of this education. You have immediate access to online education, Mary Kay University Online. You have immediate access to all the digital tools that you can use your social media to build your business, all the apps to run on your phone. All that comes with the minute you order your starter kit. You can get your own Mary Kay personal website for the entire year, and Mary Kay designs it, sets it up for you. You can personalize it with your photo, but it's going to take you 15 minutes to set that up. So the minute you order your starter kit, you will have the tools necessary to do virtual selling immediately. And as I said earlier, I don't just send you off and say, good luck, hope you're great. We really do work with you. And then the next thing I want to talk about is flexibility. We teach you I've learned so much. We teach you exactly how do you work your Mary Kay business around all the other busy things you got to do in your life. 85% of the people in Mary Kay have another job. All the tools and education are designed for you to do this along with another job. So I think those are some of the main points that I wanted to cover. The fact that there's no quotas, no territories, and no ceilings. All right. So no one is ever going to say, oh, I'm sorry, we're only giving away 3 pink Cadillacs this year. Sorry, you're not on the list. Nope. You do what it takes to earn a pink Cadillac or any other prize in Mary Kay, you get it. All right. And it doesn't matter, you know, what your education, what your background is. All right. And of course, there's all the tax benefits of having a business in your home, which is a great benefit also. And that includes everything you connect to your Mary Kay business becomes a tax write-off. And then there's loads of education, loads of recognition. All you do is you sneeze, you're going to get a round of applause in Mary Kay. And that's why I'm wearing all this fabulous jewelry. believe me, when I was winning this 3-carat diamond ring, I had with putting children through college. So it wasn't like I would have spent money on a ring like this. However, it was really fun to win it. All right. And so that's just part of being a Mary Kay. Mary Kay believed in praising people's success. So all you do is sneeze and you're going to get a round of applause. You're going to win all kinds of beautiful things. So in summary, this is fun. It's a fun business. It works around any kind of lifestyle. There's multiple ways to make money. There's education to teach you how to do everything. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And in order to start your Mary Kay business, you order your starter kit. And I'm interested in your feedback, all right? And so I'm going to put this back on Gal Review, and I would be interested in what people's feedback is. You know, are you someone who would be on that scale of 1 to 10? 1 being, I would never do this. I would rather eat grass. All right. 10 is, you know what? I blew $100 shopping online last night. All right. And it didn't really change my life. But I really think this would be great. I would love to do it. All right. But don't say 5 because that makes your consultant really confused. Okay. So let's get some feedback. And I know Kylie, I think you were on first, bless your heart. She was the early bird, all right? And of course, I'm gonna be giving everybody a free eyeshadow just for giving your feedback. So I would love, Kylie, or anybody else that would like to give me their feedback on a scale of 1 to 10, who would like to raise your hand if you're like, you know, you're like 6, 7, 8. Great, wonderful, wonderful. Do we have anybody that's a 9 or a 10? Okay, great. Kylie, I'm sorry. All right, do we have anybody that's a 1? No way, I would not do it. No, okay, great. All right, well then I think I'm just gonna take a couple of minutes, and do we have a question that I have not answered? Is there anything that a feedback someone would like to share, something that they were surprised about or something that was impressive to them?
I'm impressed that you have been so successful for so long. That's amazing.
Thank you, Tamir.
Really amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, what, you know, of everything I shared, what impressed you the most, Tamir?
The fact that your husband was able to retire early and that you made more than he did in your one stream of income, that's amazing. And
well, it's not me. It is Mary Kay. All right. I'm not going to take any credit. And actually, Tamir, you know what? I wish I had a video of my first party I did. You would think to yourself, this woman won a pink Cadillac. It was so pitiful, really. Okay. So, you know, Mary Kay said we fail forward to success. So, you know, you see me today, but if I had a video of that first party, you would think, I can do this. If she did it, I can figure it out. All right. So now, did you have a question or anything that, you know, something that was you wanted to know a little bit more about?
No, I didn't have any questions. You were quite thorough.
Okay. You know, where do you put yourself in that scale of 1 to 10?
I would put myself more in the 4 category, just because I have a lot of personal healing issues going on right now that I don't know that I would be able to. I'd be a great customer, but I don't know how well emotionally and mentally I would be able to commit as a consultant.
Okay. What, just a lot going on in your life? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you know what? I know your beauty consultant, Dorothy Inez, is a find a way, make a way woman. That's what she's known for. All right. And I know she probably will have a lot of solutions for you. All right.
Okay.
And so if something's hitting your heart, all right, we should probably talk some more. That's not a 1, it's a 4. And so maybe we should talk a little bit more about your situation and maybe come up with some solutions, because obviously some things do resonate here with your heart. All right. And actually, I kind of think it's good. It's good luck to start your Mary Kay business on Mary Kay's birthday. I just think there's got to be magic in it, you know? And so, but, you know, thank you so much for your feedback. Is there anything else you wanted to share?
No, that was it.
Okay, well, great. Thank you. Who else had something that they were maybe impressed with or a question? So Julie,
I just wanna acknowledge our one guy, Mr. Ryan, who's tuning in from Savannah. My guy. Hey, Ryan.
Hello.
yeah. And Ryan, I
Can
went
y'all
on
hear
and on
me?
about women here, so I'm really interested in your feedback. Okay. So yeah,
Okay.
what did you have to say? And I know you're a very accomplished makeup artist, as I understand.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, I first want to say I think I admire your confidence.
Thank you.
That's one thing that really got me. I can be shy at times, and your confidence just really rang with me. So that's one thing that really, really got me is your confidence. It really exudes when you talk, and your how do I say it? Your thoroughness
Thank you.
is very, 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 very good.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, where did you put yourself in that scale of 1 to 10?
I would put myself at about a 5-6.
Okay. Now, no 5s because
Mhm.
it gets Dorothy and Inez really confused. So would you say 6 maybe?
I would say 6. I would say
Okay.
6. I would say that.
Okay, that's great. And so I'm sure there's going to be some things you're going to want to chat with her a little bit more about. And so that'll be great. That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yes.
wonderful. All right. Thank you so much for being on tonight. All right. So, and
You're
then
welcome.
thank you. And thanks for good feedback too.
Thank
And
you.
then Kylie, I know you were on first and I really wanted to get your thoughts. And I know I'm putting you on the spot here because you're a shy person. So you guys all send her some love here, okay?
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to figure out how to unmute myself. Okay. Geez. Everything was very informative. I have a lot going on in my life as well, but I'm looking for a change, which
Okay.
is why this appeals to me and why I said I'm more like a 9.
That's
Um,
wonderful.
because I want to do things a little differently in my life right now and need some direction on how to do that. So the fact that there's education and support along the way definitely makes a difference and has influenced my decision, so to speak.
That's great. Well, Kylie, I look forward to having you a part of our unit. And I want you to know there are many, many women, all right, who started their business, who could not lead a group in silent prayer, who went on to drive pink Cadillacs, all right? So you are in good company, I want you to know, okay? You're in good company. And it doesn't matter where you start, it's where you're going and the dream you got in your heart, okay? And I know with your buddy, Natasha, you're going to have a lot of support in education. And so we're just really excited to welcome you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then Julie, I was interested in, and I know, were you a hostess for Samantha?
I'm not yet.
Not yet.
I'm
Okay.
going to be scheduling that. So, but I guess in terms of my feedback, I mean, this definitely, I would say I'm probably about a 7. 7 because I want to make sure I have support on my side from my husband and my family in terms of doing this. So that's probably one of the things that's holding me back just a little bit right now. And then I have a 5.5-month-old daughter that was born in November, and she's made me think very differently about my life and what I want to do. And I mean, I was telling Sam about this, that I never once thought that I would ever be like a full-time stay-at-home mom. Full-time stay-at-home mom definitely does not appeal to me, but at least part-time. I mean, I want to be able to be there for my daughter more and my future kiddos when I do have them. And what I'm doing right now just doesn't provide that ability.
Yeah.
So definitely want to find a way that I can be there more and be there for my family and still be able to provide a sort of a source of income. And so this definitely would be a way to utilize that. So yeah, I just want to make sure I have the support.
Well, let me ask you this, Julie.
Yeah.
You know, just looking in your heart, you know, if this is something you really want to do, and you know it's important for your children and your future children, and it's something you really want to do, would he support your decision?
Well, I would think so.
Okay, all right. I mean, that's important to ask yourself. You know, if
I mean, I
you
wouldn't have married him if I knew I
yeah,
didn't.
right. But you know, sometimes that's a question. But the first thing is that you really need to know that you want to do it. All right. All right. Because I can remember me bringing it up, you know, I'll show you the picture again, you know. That's me when I started. So I know exactly what you're doing. All right.
Yeah.
And of course, Emma was born the same month my second Mary Kay car was delivered. All right. So I've done this all stages, all ages. All right. And but in the beginning, my husband's like, you're already working 2 jobs when we have a baby. How many nights am I going to be home with a baby? You know. But he knew that I was really wanting to make a change, and because I really wanted that, he supported me. And so it's always going to start from your heart first. Does that make sense?
No,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah. And so, and I know Samantha's recommending you. She sees some great things in you. And I want you to know that any of the consultants that are on here, Natasha, Patrice, Dorothy Inez, Samantha's been building her business for over 5 years. She is a top beauty consultant. And you know that you're going to have, between her director, myself, and Samantha, you've got about 100 years of Mary Kay support between us, all right? Because I know your director's been over 30 years also, okay? And so it's really great to know that you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself, all right? And all these different situations, you know, Mary Kay works around anything and everything. It really does. So, and Tamika, I know I see you're muted out. Would you be willing to give some feedback? Is that okay?
I don't really have anything.
Okay.
Just
And-
listening, absorbing information, processing. That's it.
Okay, wonderful. You know, was there one thing that you heard that impressed you?
I'm thinking just the ability that it works around your schedule,
Yeah.
and it works around different situations and circumstances. So
Yeah.
that impressed me.
Well, you're right on there, Tamika, because it's one of the great reasons to be an entrepreneur and be on, you know, be a part of Mary Kay. It's great to be an entrepreneur. There's a lot of entrepreneurial enterprises out there, but so often it's a trial and error and you're on your own. With your Mary Kay business, you have a step-by-step recipe, a more than 56-year company behind you, education tools that is state of the art. And really, I love the fact that you can create this to make it your personality and the way you want your life to be. It's not just about having a job, it's about building a lifestyle. All right. Well, I've kept you on way too long, but I so appreciate all of you being on tonight. And I want to encourage you because today is Mary Kay's birthday. And I would say start your Mary Kay business as an option, for maybe a backup plan. You maybe aren't even sure what you're going to do with it. All right. But here's what I would like to say to you. All you have to do today is decide, do I want to invest in a starter kit? And you can invest in the full starter kit, which is going to be $100, okay? And that gives you $400 worth of products and all these tools and education that you've got, all right? And it's like, this picture doesn't even give it justice, like Christmas when this thing shows up, all right? That is exciting. And it gives you a lot of samples. It gives you 30 color looks that you can send out to do virtual makeovers with, all right? That's all in the starter kit, all right? Or you can do what's called the eStart, which gives you a consultant number to get access to all of our digital tools and a Mary Kay personal website and a way to process credit cards, and that's $30, all right? Or you can do both, which you can get the 30 eStart and the starter kit, all right? So that's the only decision you really need to make tonight. And as I said earlier, if you listen to it with your heart and things resonated with your heart, you're thinking, there's some real blessings for me here. I maybe don't quite know for sure what I want to do with this, but I can see it's a path I want to be on. And I want you to visualize it this way. I want you to imagine that you're going to drive from New York City to LA at night in the dark, okay? And I want you to think you're in your car with your headlights, and your headlights only see 300 feet down the road. But you do realize that you can drive all the way from New York City to LA, only seeing 300 feet in front of you with your headlights the whole way. And I want you to imagine that your Mary Kay decision is exactly the same way. Right now, maybe all you see is the next 300 feet. I know there's something good for me here. I'm going to get my starter kit. I'm going to start my eStart. I'm going to start with something. All right. I'm going to put myself on the path. And then you get started into your Mary Kay education, begin to transform your life, and you'll start to learn new things. And pretty soon you're going to see the path down the way. All right. When I started my business, I didn't wear any makeup. I was just hoping to figure out how to do my own eyeshadow. All right, not win any pink Cadillacs, all right? So that's what I'm saying to you. All you need to decide now is, do I want to start? Now, you don't have to be great to start, but you do need to start to be great, okay? So your beauty consultant is going to send you an online link to your email. Okay, so consultants, I want you all to do that tonight so that our guests have their online link. You send it right to their email, and the guests, you would want to fill that out. You can decide whether you want to do the $30 eStart or you want to do the $100 starter kit, which is going to give you $400 of the Mary Kay and all your tools and education in there. Or maybe you want to do both. I don't know. All right. And that will begin your education. And then we will work with you step by step to determine how you want your Mary Kay to fit into your life, step by step, how it's going to work around your situations and your lifestyle, all right? So there's not going to be only one way of doing this. It's going to be customized for each one of you. That's one of the beauties of being a part of this, all right? And then for those of you that actually you start your business, all right? Today, you can make a decision today. You're one of those people that is a decision maker. We always reward decision makers because we know the person who can go with their heart, see the opportunity, see the options, and make a decision, they're the ones who are very successful, all right? So I'm actually going to give a signing bonus, and that is one of our best-selling products, which does not come in the starter kit, and that is our incredible Clear-Proof Charcoal Mask, which is the best-selling charcoal mask on the market, all right? So that any of you that tonight, I'm going to get my kit, I'm going to order, I'm going to get it, then I'll be getting an email, and tomorrow, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be getting a starter kit or your eStart, whichever you decide, and you're going to get a charcoal mask, which is going to be great because you can send this out in little samplers and do charcoal masks, virtual makeovers. You're going to have all the tools to do this, and this is one of our best-selling products. Plus, you're going to want it for yourself, okay? So I want to, any consultants, do any of you have any final things you want to say at all? Or comments?
Yeah, I just want to thank you, Julie, for the education that you're providing tonight with providing the options for the ladies. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you taking your time to educate our folks that we've invited on. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Natasha. I certainly appreciate you. You never miss an opportunity to learn. That says so much about you and where you're going with your business. So I just want to thank each and every one of you. And I want you to know that if you are in your heart feeling like there's something a blessing for you here, do not sit around and think too much. All right. Thinking puts you into your head, which is where fear and self-doubt reside. And fear and self-doubt destroys dreams. Your heart is telling you, yes, go for it. Go with your heart. That's where your best decisions are always made. That's your soul talking to you, all right? And I want you to know that each and every one of you being a part of our Mary Kay world you have no idea how it's going to change your life. How many blessings are going to be showered on you because you made a decision. Just being around positive people are going to build you up, building self-confidence, building self-esteem, and building financial income. So I want to thank each and every one of you and tell you how much I appreciate you. And I look forward to any of you that choose to start your business to be working with you. So God bless each one of you. And I'll look forward to hearing from each one of you. Good night now.